everybody, it's me, Mika, and welcome to episode 2! But first, before I continue the story, let me describe Madame Defarge and Monsieur Defarge. Subscribe them, you mean? Yeah, we'll subscribe too. Okay, let us start with Madame Defarge. Madame Defarge is a woman, and she knits. And she knits the names of the ones she once killed. And if someone's name is on it, they should get killed. In the guillotine or the gallows? Both of them? What she chooses. Okay. And her husband is Monsieur Defarge, what I'm going to discuss right now. Monsieur Defarge is the owner of the wine shop, which sells wine for drinking, which is okay, and wine, which could make you drunk. You mean a grape juice and wine? Yeah. And he is one of the friends of Dr. Manette. Manette? Ooh. And let us continue. But first, I want to tell you the reason what caused the French Revolution. It all started in one day, in 1789, when all the people in Saint Antoine were really poor. They suffered from the plague. And then plague. And then some got ill. Some were dead or killed. Some suffered from hunger. Some lived without a house. Some lived without what? Without house. And some had no food to eat or to share. It's like living in a world without no things you need or your country. Yeah. But it was really unfair. The poor people need to give all their money to pay for their house. And they need to pay big taxes for the rich. Taxes? Those are the money which the rich people receive from other people. And then some got poorer and poorer and poorer until the end of their lives. The rich people enjoyed their life and always spent their clothes for gambling, spent their money for gambling, buying new fancy clothes, for parties, for buying wine to enjoy, wigs for the woman. Why they use wigs even we don't like wigs? I don't know. And until their money got low, they would ask the poor people. Rich, then after it goes down, they would ask the people for more until all the people had no money at all. The rule there was the monarchy. Monarchy? Yes. That only rich people had the money. No, rich people could vote for their king. So the people wanted to take back what they did, and they fought. And luckily, the poor people had won the battle. And then they celebrated. And now, then where did they got those guns? The monarchy became equal. So, anyone could vote for their king or their president. And it was so amazing. And the poor people finally got to have half of the wealth. Before, only rich people could get a lot of money. And the poor people only got to have only one piece. But now, it's equal. What's next? And then, good. And then, after the revolution, Charles Darnay was sent to court to see what was the story about anything and why was he there. And Charles Darnay said, I was only here to save a friend, which helped me before. And he asked me if he could come with me. I said no, but now I feel sorry and I want him to come with me. And then, that's what Charles Darnay said. Him to come with me. And then, the judge said, come on, say, are they guilty or not? And everyone said, not guilty, not guilty, not guilty, until the last person said, not guilty. And the judge said, What does that mean? Order. Silence? I thought it was silence. Court closed. And then Darnay was free to go. He rode on a carriage back home. But it's like only a few minutes they came back. And then Darnay said, wow, am I again a prisoner? Did I do anything wrong? You were accused by Madame Defarge and Monsieur Defarge. And one person also accused, which I don't know. You're wrong. So he was back to court, and then Madame Defarge took out the diary from her pocket and showed it to everyone.
That's actually not a diary.
I know, I'm just practicing. I'm just pretending it's a diary. Okay, and then she showed everyone the writings of the diary and she read out, "It's me, Dr. Manette, and I hate the Evermonds. They treat me so badly, and they set me in prison just because I was just treating a patient. And since he was an Evermond," he said, "Order, order!
Silence.
Tell us if he's guilty or not." Everyone said, "Not guilty, 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 guilty," until the last person said it. And then he was going to be guillotined at the next day. Soon the next day
What's
came.
guillotine? I thought Jalo.
The guillotine was waiting for their arrival.
You mean the guillotine is waiting for their lunch?
Stop making jokes of the story. And then Sidney Carton said if he would visit the prisoner, and then they allowed him in, and then they switched clothes. But first, I want to tell you that before they entered, Sidney Carton bought a drug, and then he milk. And then after he was done writing the letter, he said, "Hey, what's that, Sidney Carton?" Said Darnay. "Oh, nothing. It's just something for me to wipe my body." And then he continued writing, and then he smacked it into his face, and then fell asleep. He wrapped the letter himself. "Send it to Lucy," he said, "and take Sidney Carton out." And then they took him out, and then they were called to go to the guillotine. And then they went. As Carton stepped forward and forward and forward to the guillotine, he met a woman. The woman looked closely to him and saw he wasn't Darnay at all. And she said to him, "Could we hold hands?" And then
Why
he switched himself?
he switched himself to make Lucy happy, so that Lucy wouldn't worry about her husband. And then,
Wait, and you guys
as Darnay rode the carriage back to Lucy Manette.
Why girl went with find? Why and girl?
You can go.
Why and girl went with Mr. Carton?
Because, well, she went with Mr. Carton because she was afraid. Okay. Then, as they went near, the young maiden went near and her head was chopped off. And then when he saw that the maiden was guillotined, he felt heartbroken, and then he stepped right forward. He said his last words. And then he was guillotined. But the story is not over yet. At Lucy's house, Madame Defarge wanted more killing. She went to Lucy's house and yelled out what she saw. "Lucy Manette!" And then there was no response. But Miss Frost, the maiden who helps Lucy and Charles Darnay, said, "I am an English woman, so you cannot beat me." And then she wrestled with the woman, and then Madame Defarge couldn't give up, and then she pulled the gun and she was dead. She shot herself. She lay dead on the floor. And then, leaving Miss Frost deaf. She can't hear a thing. And then, Miss Frost couldn't hear at all. It's like she lost her hearing sense for a long time, and she stayed deaf for the rest of her life. And then when she was called up to be returned to the carriage, they went. So while Lucy Manette was halfway there, they gave their identity cards, and unluckily, Carton said that they should switch identity cards, and they did. And then when they saw Charles Darnay's identity card, they heard him that he was Sidney Carton. So they let everyone pass through. Miss Frost came by and followed them. And that is the story of the Tale of Two Cities.
Lesson.
And the lesson is, always love people. And if you're one of the aristocrats, always share to the poor people, because someday they will take revenge on you.
What can you tell about Carton?
Carton is a very kind man. He's also a drunkard. And he's,
When there was no
Okay.
people in
and Sidney Carton is really, really grateful to Lucy Manette, because his love for Lucy Manette is really strong, that he would do anything for her, everything.
He sacrificed
And he sacrificed himself to make Lucy Manette happy and alive.
to save.
To save Darnay. Charles Darnay. He's one of the aristocrats who's really kind. He left his money home and he searched his own life in England. Lucy Manette, the golden thread, who ties up almost all the characters together. She reunites with her father and she's really happy. And in England, they live really happily when Charles Darnay is together with them. Dr. Manette, a doctor who actually acts like a shoemaker. He taught himself that hobby in prison because he saw a bit of some tools made for making shoes, and he decided that it was really great for him when he was bored. Monsieur Defarge, the wine shop owner. He's the one who comforted Gaspard when his son died. And he's one of the leaders of the French Revolution. Madame
And
Defarge.
where did he get that gun? I saw.
Never mind.
What?
Madame Defarge is the one who is really brave but wicked. She wants a lot of the Evermonds to be killed, all of them. And she even wants to get Lucy killed because Lucy is now an Evermond
Why? She became.
because she became the wife of an Evermond. Madame Defarge was really cruel because her sister had died because of the Evermonds and she wanted to take revenge of it. Mr. Jarvis Lorry.
Ori? Are you
A
telling
friend.
the character?
Yes, the friend of Dr. Manette, and really, and a very good person. He works at Telson's. Jerry Cruncher. He is a resurrection man,
Jarvis.
and he works in Telson's bank like Jarvis Lorry. He is a messenger of the Telson's bank. Marquis Saint Evermond, one of the cruel aristocrats of the Evermond family, and he is the uncle of his nephew, Charles Darnay, who is actually Charles Saint Evermond.
You have short hair now. I did not cut it. I just because I tied this apart to her. It looks cute.
Gaspard, the one who has been hanged in the city hall and whose son has been killed.
Sorry.
And now he is really lonely.
Does Gaspard have a wife? Oh, that's. Okay.
Thank you, Lord, for giving me this talent and
Tatay, look.
the wisdom you gave me, and I really appreciate it.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye, everyone. See you next time.
Wait and wait.